Welcome to the channel, guys. So let's quickly get into it. I saw this image on Twitter, and since I saw it, it has really struck me. So basically, this image has and this tweet has generated a lot of opinions, and I wanted to just go over, just give my own thoughts on the issue. So let's just quickly read out the tweet. I'm sure it's also on screen and you can read it yourself. So the first person asked, man to man, what did she casually do? What did she casually do that made you realize she wouldn't qualify to be your wife? Question. Somebody responded, she started calling my mom without me telling her to. She even bought a watch for my dad, and I was shocked how she even knew his birthday. This girl was too forward and too intentional. The idea she was moving too fast annoyed me. She doesn't know yet, but never, never, never. Someone responded, too good for you. The guy responded, maybe too desperate for me. I see all your responses. The guy is responded, but no man wants a woman who pushes things. We are not married yet. And you go visiting my parents, buying gifts, running errands no one asked you to, and trying to be perfect. And trying to be a perfect wife material. God damn it, that's a big red flag to me. Hmm. This is this is dicey for me. I would explain. Let me break down his responses, and that's the way I'll go by it. In his first initial response, he said she started calling my mom without me telling her to. I understand how that can be upsetting, especially when you guys are not so close yet. I can understand how that can be upsetting, especially when you guys started dating. But when you guys have built a relationship for a long time and your mother knows her, if you had not introduced her to your mother and she started calling your mother, I think that's not right. That is not right. She even bought a watch for my dad, and I was shocked how she even knew his birthday. If you guys have had a prior introduction, you had introduced her to your dad, then I think it behooves somebody who is responsible to take an interest in the parents of whoever you are dating. I don't see the problem in that. Because even if you are talking to the man, she can also just say, daddy, how are you? When is your birthday? We tell her. She notes it. Women note all these things. I don't even remember the birthday of everyone in my family, honestly. And my cousin knows. So it's like everyone is different. These are things that are very they enjoy. Some people's love language is giving. So you can understand why the person will want to give and do things for you and your family. So I don't see how that should be held against her. Then he also made a statement, the girl was too forward and too intentional. Yes, I think that's an issue. You can't be too forward and too intentional. You can't be too intentionality is a different thing. Intentionality is the right thing. You should be intentional in a relationship, especially when you are dating to marry. But being too forward can be a problem, especially if you are not leading in the direction the man who is steering the ship in this sense is going. So if the man is like if this is the relationship between him and his parents, he's the one that should steer the ship of that relationship you should have with his parents. So in a way, you should take cues from him and not go more than that. Just like he also should take cues, and you as a man not going and doing things with her parents when she hasn't given you a certain direction. She can give you a direction that you can expand on that, but that's just a bit different. Then in the end, he said, no man wants a woman who pushes things. We are not married yet, and you go visiting my parents, buying gifts, running errands that no one asks you to, and trying to be a perfect wife material. I think this is where the problem is. Trying to be a perfect wife material. The reason why that is an issue is this. A, a lot of men like a separation between their spouse and their family. Not a separation like there is no love, but they do not want a situation where if things happen, they have no control of the situation. They are fighting from a losing position. because their father is against you, your mother is against you, your father is against you, and because the other person has portrayed him or herself as a perfect person, you are now fighting from a losing position. So you still want. I think the guy felt a sense of loss of control over the relationship, but I don't think these are issues for breakup. I just think this is something that can be discussed like a reasonable person. Hello, baby girl, I'm not comfortable with this and that. You explain, you talk like a human being. I would like if you can take it a bit easy with this. You don't go to my parents' house running errands. I'm not too comfortable with it. I think that is a bit too forward. I think the bottom line is he doesn't like the girl enough. He doesn't like her enough. Because I think the problem would be if he has spoken up and she continues. But if you can't communicate effectively, then what's the big deal? Or did you just want to not take the relationship seriously? So it's one of those things. So I don't think this should be a reason for a breakup. But I can understand some of the points he made where you don't run faster than your shadow. You don't know the relationship I have with my parents where I might want to keep something separate. I know my family better than you. So you have to give me that. You don't go too far. Don't go faster than our shadow. Let us move progressively, not jumping all the steps. And the whole idea of running errands is lovely, but it can also give wrong impressions. Thinking that you are that you are being desperate, or you are, you are, you are doing more than you are forcing your way into this family. I think the best thing for a woman to do is to allow the man give her the leading. You can insinuate, then if he's okay with it, you do. And if she had communicated all these things to him beforehand and before doing it, it would have been easier for him. And he would have said, okay, instead of doing it like this, do this one, it will be better for me. And these are things you communicate. And again, if you are with a partner who cannot communicate effectively on small issues like this, come on, why are you guys dating? Well, that's my 2 cents. Like, share, and subscribe, and your woman will not run errands for you again. Or maybe.